rounding out with our fourth and final offering from Hasbro Marvel Legends, celebrating Wolverine's 50th anniversary. We have Wolverine in his stealth costume and Psylocke as Lady Mandarin. What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus, back at you again with another action figure review. We've got another two-pack overview. This is, of course, paying homage to Wolverine. It's his 50th anniversary. Hasbro has released 4 two-packs. We've already gone through 3 of them. And now we're rounding it out with the fourth and final. We have, as you can see right here, Wolverine in his stealth costume. He actually wore this on Madripoor, the island of Madripoor. And we also have in this assortment here, we have got Psylocke, as she appeared when she was mind controlled by, and I'm saying I guess now, naughty word, the Mandarin. And this is the outfit she wore during that time, and she was known temporarily as Lady Mandarin. You can see what we got going on with the accessories. We get a couple of additional head sculpts for both and some effects for Psylocke, and additional hands for both figures. We have 50 years there at the top with the respective names left and right. We've got some artwork of Psylocke on one side and Wolverine on the other. And on the rear, we have the simulation of a comic book, a facsimile, if you will, showing Psylocke and Wolverine. You see the number 50 there. That's to signify 50 years. You also have at the bottom right of that facsimile 50 years. And for the real comic covers, there's a small section there in the lower right of the packaging. If you want to read the little bio there, you're going to have to do that on your own. We're cutting that out. We got to try to save time as best we can, no matter what we do. So turning to the front one time so you can see it for the last time in case you guys decide you don't want that pack. And without further ado, we're going to get them out of that pack. So we got a mountain on the base, and you can see, starting with Wolverine, star of the show. Obviously, it's his 50th anniversary. Nothing much to him. We've got, the typical Wolverine buck, but the changes, he's got both pinless elbows and knees, and with the exception of Patch, who we led this celebration off with, I believe the other 2 offerings we got had pins somewhere. In this case, no pins at all, so that's cool. The downside, the claws. With these claws, we're back to the original plasticky, flimsy, get scrunched up claws. That's the bad news. The good news is that since they are the old style claws, they are easily removable, which means that I can replace them with third party. So there is that. As far as Psylocke is concerned, you see what's going on there. She is also all pinless, knees, elbows, but she is loaded down. I will say this, though, she wasn't difficult to stand up in this relatively neutral pose because she's got a flat feet and they are a bit larger. So that helps out because if you've been collecting figures for any length of time, you know that capes usually make figures back heavy. And at least for right now, that isn't the case. I can tell by the cape it is windswept. It's sweeping to Psylocke's right, that it will impede some articulation. We'll see exactly how much of it momentarily. Since this is Wolverine's celebration its 50th anniversary, and is the last 2-pack in this set of 4. We will bring up the rear with Logan, which is basically apropos, even though he is the less stellar of these 2 figures. So we're going to kick off here with Psylocke, aka Lady Mandarin. Taboo, I know. It is what it is until they come up with something else to call, especially this particular character, because it was okay to refer to her as that when this was out. So that's the way it goes. Anyway, taking a look, that head sculpt, face is beautiful. It is beautiful. I do find it strange that, if you recall, I stated that her cape is windswept to her right, but her hair is windswept to the left. So we've got some crosswinds going on here. But still, the facial print, that photo tech is it is straight awesome. It was a godsend when we got that, and it's applied to even the comic-based figures because the faces appear more realistic. The women, some beautiful portraits there, and this is no exception. She's got the nice eyes, and this is her more or less just stern look right there. It is looking very, very nice. Going down, there's that the cape. The cape is, of course, molded in blue, and it has black. There's a black, like there's there's line work going in there. I don't know if that's a dry brush or whatever, but it is painted to bring out some detail in that cape. You've got the clasp there on her right side. That's painted silver. That looks nice. And then, of course, you've got the pauldron for that right side as well. Ooh, she's trying to go down on me. As well as turning so you can see the shoulders, the shoulder guards on the inside there. And then, of course, you got some blue wrist gauntlets. She's encased in armor that's all painted nicely silver with black line work, which is cool. Same on the other side. This side right here is where I'm thinking we're going to have the issues when it comes to the articulation because it's a hard plastic. So she's only going to be able to get her arm up. You can do that right now. She's only going to get her arm up that much, and she's only going to get it forward that much, so you can scratch the rotation. Her right arm, on the other hand, she can get up, but that shoulder pad is going to also impede. So articulation is leaving a lot to be desired. You can scratch. You can actually get it to rotate, but you got to bevel the right arm out. And as before, as I stated, she's got double jointed, pinless elbows, which is cool because it makes this look very, very seamless. The same with the knees there. So, yeah, very, very nice. Very seamless looking. Looking down here at the bottom, we've got the skirt piece, which is separate but kind of like glued on. And then when you look to the rear, you've got some nice texture on that skirt, throughout, front and back. Just the front is smooth, but it does have some detail there. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, just got the boots there, thigh highs. My legs are pretty loose on my figure. So that may prove problematic, when it comes to posing. But it won't be because the difficulty with the feet. I can tell you that with assuredness. That if I have any issues posing, it's because my legs, they're not gummy. They're not gummy. That issue appears to have been solved when Hasbro went the pinless knee joint and made the legs a little more beefy. But that doesn't stop, the advent of loose joints, which is what I've got going on there at the knees. The accessories that Psylocke comes with, a second set of hands. You see these are some like clawing, grasping kind of gesturing hands there. So she comes out of packaging with fists. She also has her iconic psychic knife accessory, molded in her iconic pink style of coloring. She also comes with two new kind of effects that we've seen for the first time, and that would be these bad boys right here. They're bubble effects. We've seen bubble effects before, but they're applied differently this time. They've got clips, those infamous clips, so you can see that they'll go around her wrists for that. And then finally, we get another head sculpt, which is more maniacal looking, as you can see right there. She's got the pupilless eyes and that sinister grin. The hair is still remains windswept. In fact, it's the same exact hairstyle. So you can see that right there. So pretty nice. This will make for a good look when you're doing any action poses. Next up, we have Wolverine himself, star of the show, and subject of the 50-year celebration. Yep, it's been 50 years. That's just crazy. But, yep, he gets his time to shine. You see what's going on with his face. Doesn't look too happy, but we are talking about Mr. Howlett here. He never really looks happy ever. But that visage is pretty something. Turn it angle, and he even looks angrier. Hasbro did a nice job giving him the scruffy look in his face. And, of course, we've got his classic hairstyle with the mutton chops down there, looking good. Once again, this is his stealth costume that he wore on Madripoor many years ago. He has another stealth suit that's all black. I would call that the Weapon X stealth costume, where it's all black. When he would go on operations with the likes of Sabretooth, aka Victor Creed, and Maverick, and other operatives of Weapon X. But this is like a modified version where it's basically a sleeveless t-shirt, and then you got the red belt, and that is a loose piece on there. It hides the waist articulation. It's just all black. There really is nothing, much more to really see about Wolvie. The arms, like I said, he's all pinless, and the arms, we've got the painted on hair, which is cool. Gotta love that. Both sides, very nice. And then there they go, right there. The old school claws. Like I said, it's a throwback to that. Thought we finally got past the old school claws, but no, here they are again. And it's so funny, we get them on new arms. But hey, like I said, I've got third-party claws to install, and install they shall be. As far as, make sure he'll stand up for me. As far as Wolvie's accessories are concerned, he comes with an additional set of fists. Of course, they're closed. Let me get them in a position where you guys can see them. Jeez. Excuse me. But there they go. Black, and of course they're closed. Of course, we've got the housings that are shown right there. And the only other accessory he comes with is his additional head sculpt, which you can see right there. And I wanted to show them both, because one thing great about this head sculpt, I mentioned about his classic hairstyle, he also has highlights. His hair is in black, but he's got blue highlights in there. So that's pretty nice. Gotta love that. Here's a look at Psylocke and Wolverine with past offerings. On the Wolverine side, we've got our first offering of Wolvie in that Madripoor stealth costume. This was on a retro card, and you see back then he was sporting a mask that went over his eyes. Even back then I was like, what's the point, dude? But hey, it was what it was. If you look down at the claws, you could see that those claws have been changed out with third-party joints, and you should be able to see the difference even from where they're standing. And now you know why our new Wolverine in his stealth costume is getting the metal claws. Because A, they're metal, and B, they just look much, much better. And then on the Psylocke side, we've got Psylocke in her classic, what the Psylocke how we always know her, how she has always looked and how she has returned to. She looks like this right now. She had a different look, and that was encapsulated in, I want to say it was a Amazon exclusive 3-pack. Yeah, with Nimrod, if I'm not mistaken. Nimrod, Phantom X, and Psylocke in a different costume that covered up more of her skin. And here's a scene that just a little quick scene put together more so for Psylocke than for Wolverine because of the nature of his head sculpts. I'm still bugging over the fact that this is a Wolverine-based celebration, 50 years, and he's gotten 2 head sculpts in every pack, but nothing snarling or yelling or, you know what I'm saying, teeth gritting, nothing, but smirking. Every single pack has got a stern face and a smirk face. I just don't get it, but it is what it is. This is more so to showcase Psylocke's other head sculpt as well as her power accessories. And I changed out one of her hands. Her right hand has got one of the grasping hands. One thing you should take note of is that Hasbro has gotten into this new thing where the wrist pegs are a little bit longer than what we're used to. So that means that they go in deeper, but also the caveat is you have a greater risk of breaking them off, of bending them, stretching them, stressing them, whatever. So please keep that in mind. And for final exit shot, as we close out this review and this series of Marvel Legends, celebration of the 50th anniversary for James Howlett, aka Logan, BKA Wolverine. We got all 8 figs from all 4 2-packs. Left to right, Queen Lalandra Naramani. We've got in front of her, Brood infected Wolverine. Behind her, the Grey Hulk, aka Joe Fixit. We've got next to him, Logan as Patch. In front, obviously, we've got our stealth Wolverine, and next to him, we've got Psylocke as Lady Mandarin. Behind her, to her left or right, we have what I think is the star, the overall highlight winner for these 8 figures, Victor Creed, aka Sabretooth, the way we want him. And of course, we've got Logan in his classic civilian gear, a cowboy. Yeah, a ranch guy. So that's how that goes down. As far as this current 2-pack that we've reviewed today of Stealth Wolvie and Lady Mandarin Psylocke, it is, in my estimation, it's I can't put it at the bottom because Psylocke does look good. I'm going to have to put at the bottom. It's going to have to be Joe Fixit and Patch because, you know, I mean, they are one-offs and they're in suits. They're a gimmick, more or less. So they go at the bottom. And as far as next place, I guess I have to put... it's crazy because I think Brood Wolvie and Lalandra are tied along with our Stealth Wolvie and Psylocke. You know, both Wolverines are a matter of take it or leave it. We're getting these packs for the other figures. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with the tie and not even try to put one above the other because I just can't, I can't call it like that. obviously number one is Sabretooth and Logan for sure. And that's because of Sabretooth. No doubt, no diggity. There's no arguing. I'm not trying to hear that. Anyway, yeah, that's about it in terms of my assessment of Stealth Wolvie and Psylocke. Psylocke looks great. Can't front. Psylocke looks great. The articulation leaves a lot to be desired because of the design of her costume. So that's really no fault of Hasbro's. It's just the way it goes, but it looks great. The aesthetic is very nice. The head sculpt, both head sculpts are nice, but this maniacal one is bananas. Still don't understand why with all the Wolverines that we got, we didn't get a single snarling, yelling head. Not at all. We needed something like what we got with this guy. You see what I'm saying? But we didn't get anything like that. That's a mystery that will probably remain unsolved. And one mystery that can be solved right now is the mystery of why aren't you down there in the comment section giving me your assessment of these figs, why you're not down there subscribing or giving a thumbs up, and why you're not down there knowing you want to see another video from me but not hit that notification bell so you can be informed. I think you should do all of the above. And that's going to do it for this. 4 up, 4 down in terms of 2-packs, 8 figs. Got through that. I know we have at least one more 2-pack coming somewhere down the line. It's Wolverine and Spider-Man as they appeared when they were part of the Fantastic Four in blue costumes. And that's going to be in a couple months, I believe, as we continue the Wolverine 50th anniversary celebration. And as far as Hasbro is concerned, that's how it gets done.